Hey everyone, Peekaboo here. I'm just making my first YouTube video just to kind of start the channel and have some fun. I thought it'd be cool to show you my PSA return that just came back and also share with you what I plan to send to PSA off next. Maybe we could guess what the grades will be, but just to kind of make this more interactive and follow along with what I send to PSA. I have a lot of cards from my childhood I've been wanting to get graded, and I'm slowly doing that. And this is part of that. So, what I just got back from PSA, first edition Dark Blastoise 7. Pretty happy with that. This card I thought would have gotten a 5. It's kind of beat up, but 7's pretty solid. I feel I'm really happy with that. Next up is this Dark Alakazam PSA 10, and I have to say, like, I'm actually really happy with this. I actually opened this pack from someone I bought on my Instagram Reels or TikTok, whichever one you happen to see. So I actually pulled this card recently, sent it into PSA. I got a 10, my first ever 10. I'm really happy with that. Really excited. Next up is this. I guess you could say Dark Charmander, but just Charmander from the Team Rocket set, first edition, 9. Really happy with that. This was one of my favorite cards from my childhood. Just, it's Charmander. It's just, the artwork is really interesting. It's just, I don't know, it just hits that nostalgia factor for me, and really stoked on this card for sure. Shadowless Chansey, 7. This is, man, I remember pulling this card in my hometown, and it was one of the first cards I remember pulling, and I remember it being a big deal because the HP was really high, and when I was a kid I remember thinking that was like a big deal, even though I didn't really play the game. I was more just a collector even back then. But a 7 I feel is pretty solid, and it's shadowless, and just having it in the slab to me is worth it. I just think it's it's sealed forever, and it looks good. Non-holo Dark Charizard from Team Rocket. Very, very happy with this grade. I've had this card a long time, and I thought it would, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I thought the grade would have been much lower. But, non-holo 8, I feel like is pretty solid. And then this card, to me, is really special because, I started collecting Pokemon back in 98, 99. When I was a kid, I was kind of there for the beginning, but throughout the last 20 years, I've been buying packs randomly here and there, and this card I actually bought with a friend in, man, when was that? 2006. My buddy and I walked to this card shop, and they had a whole booster box of first edition Gym Heroes, and this was when Pokemon was like at its lowest. No, I don't think it was very popular in 2006 when we bought this booster box, and we just bought the whole booster box for I think $50. Like, the guy couldn't wait to get it out of his store. Like, he didn't want it there. They sold Magic and Warhammer and all that kind of stuff. So we just sat in his room and split up the packs and opened them one by one. It was a ton of fun, and I've had this card in my binder since 2006. So I'm really happy to see it got a 9. It's such a cool card, man. I mean, the artwork is just great. The first edition stamp, I mean, it just really hits on all those nostalgia cylinders for me. This is my oldest card. This is the first of the big 3 that I pulled as a kid. It's shadowless. I cannot believe it got a 9. I was thinking it was like gonna get a 5 or a 6. It's been in my binder forever. I've been carrying that binder around since I moved out of my parents' house, moving around in college, and to see it come back a 9 just makes my heart so full. Like, I don't know. This is like it for me. Like, this is my Charizard. Like, I just love this card. I love the chunky Venusaur. He just looks, I don't know, he just looks so cool. This is kind of like my favorite card now that I have graded. Next up, this is from that same lot I was telling you about with the Blaine's Charizard first edition. This was also in that booster box. And I've always loved trainer cards. I know they're catching on now, and I'm really happy they are because I just always felt they're so cool. And this is another one that's been in my binder. I had like a trainer section in my binder, and this was in there, and I wanted to get it graded because like I just love it. You know, Jesse and the goons in the background. I'm not sure if this is actually Jesse. I know it looks like her, but the hair is different. Forgive me if it seems obvious who this actually is, but I just always loved this card, and I wanted to get it graded and just have it in my collection. Next up is a Red Cheeks Shadowless Pikachu, which, I mean, what can I say about this card that hasn't been said? I just feel like I had to get it graded. I've had them in my collection. I have a couple more that I've bought from people just for fun, just to have them and maybe give away to friends. This card is so iconic, and a 7. I was kind of hoping for an 8. This is the only one I was hoping for like a high grade. The rest I didn't really care, but this one I'm happy with it. It's got the red cheeks. It's from base set or 1999 Pokemon game. Yeah, that's what we call it, right? But yeah, I love this card, and I'm excited to have it graded. Last up is this Dark Raichu First Edition. This, I honestly don't remember pulling this card. It's been in my binder forever, and I don't know where I got it. I mean, I've been buying packs randomly since I was a kid here and there. I fell out of it, fell into it, and now the past 3 years I've been getting back into it heavily on my Instagram and just trading with friends, buying, just having fun with it. So this card, Raichu's my favorite Pokemon, so this card means a lot to me. I was kind of surprised at 7. I thought I would get an 8, but I think that's pretty solid. I'm happy with that. And next up, here is what I'm getting graded next. So if you guys, want to, just guess to yourself or leave a comment what you think the cards will get. We have a VMAX Charizard from Darkness Ablaze. I pulled this card, and my girlfriend and I were so stoked to pull this. This really brought her into the hobby, and now she's like obsessed with Pokemon, and she's definitely feeling the Pokemon frenzy like everyone else right now. Up next, we have a Charizard from Evolutions. Pretty. I know this card's like it got super hot this year or late last year. It brought a lot of people back into the hobby, so I thought it'd be fun to get graded. From left to right, it's not very. It's the centering isn't perfect, but I just figure I'll get it graded, see what happens. Next up is Shining Gyarados from Neo Revelation, which I pulled this card from a pack from 7-Eleven in 2001, 2002. I cannot believe I remember pulling this card and like thinking like, oh man, this is the case. Don't worry that like some of these cases got kind of scuffed up. But I just remember thinking like this is such a unique card because the Pokemon isn't really the center of the artwork. It's more of like the drama between the Gyarados and this boater person here. And I just I used to think this was Bill. I don't think it is. It might be a woman. I honestly can't tell, but it's more about the drama in the card than it is about Gyarados. And I just thought that was so interesting that Pokemon did that because, I mean, like look at the base set artwork. I know this card isn't base set, but the Pokemon's dead in the center, and that's kind of like their thing. But this was the first card to me that was like, wow, like it's more about the action of what's going on, and I love that card so much. This is Charizard from Black and White Legendary Treasures that I recently pulled from a pack I bought from someone off Instagram. I bought the pack for $30 about 6 months ago. I think they're going for $50 now per pack, which is crazy to me, but I love opening packs on my TikTok and my Instagram page because I just feel like it gives people the chance to kind of see what it's like to open packs if you're not able to get your hands on them. And I cannot believe I pulled this card. Like this artwork is so awesome to me. I just the lines and the Charizard like in the position he's in. It's just such a man. This is a really unique card. I mean, it's beautiful. And if you guys want to see it pulled, just go to my Instagram page. It's the only Legendary Treasures pack on there in my Reels section or TikTok, which one you want to go to. But yeah, this card is really, really cool. I'm really excited to see what the grade is. Next up is this is a heavy hitter. This is Charizard GX from the Shiny Vault Hidden Fates series. This card is the one that really got me back into the hobby in 2019. I was chasing this card, and I finally got it recently. It took a long time. I've opened so many Hidden Fates packs on and off camera, and this card just kind of represents the next generation of Pokemon to me, and getting me, and I'm sure thousands of other people back into the hobby. So I don't think it's going to be a 10. I don't think it's even going to be a 9. The centering is not perfect, especially on the left side, but you know what? Let's send it in, see what we can do. And this last one here, this is a base set unlimited Charizard, and I mean, what else can I say about this card that hasn't been said? I mean, I actually bought this recently off somebody. I had this card as a kid. It got stolen in middle school. Of course, everyone has a story like that. Got stolen in middle school at milk break, we called it, and I've been wanting to get it ever since. Never pulled the trigger, but about a month ago, I was outside of a comic book store, waiting to my turn in line to buy some Pokemon card packs curbside. And there's this guy standing in line with a binder, and I just start talking to him, and he's telling me that he's trying to sell his collection from when he was a kid. And I just flipped through it, his binder, and this Charizard was in there. I made him an offer. He seemed happy with it. I was happy with it, and I didn't look back. It is really beat up. I mean, this is probably like a PSA 1. I don't even know what they're gonna do with this card. I just want to get it graded. I want it in a slab. I want it for my permanent collection. I'm not gonna sell it. I mean, this is it, man. This is the card to me. It's not first edition. It's not shadowless. It's not in good condition, but I don't even care. I just want to get it graded and have it solidified forever in a slab, and I'm really excited about it. So yeah, thank you for watching, especially if you made it this far in the video. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to do this, maybe once a month, just to get some stuff up there. Thanks for your support. Please check out my Instagram and TikTok. That's where I'm most active. All right, everybody, take care. Be safe.